Hello guys, I'm back again with another co-review with Christopher.
How's it going, guys?
This is our second attempt at this. First one was very bad, so we deleted it. But today we have Transformers Armada Supercon Class Demolisher. In case you didn't know, Deluxe Voyager Leader wasn't a thing at that time, so we got Supercons, Ultracons, Megacons was a Voyager, I think.
I don't remember.
Well, they were very focused on con, the mini-con portion of the show.
Well, I mean, that was the whole gimmick of the show.
It was the whole gimmick of the show, but this is actually holds a special place in his heart. Would you like to explain?
Well, if you guys don't know, I'm old. I'm a lot older than John.
Oh, you're 9 years old.
I grew up at Beast Wars, and Demolisher. I remember as a kid, I went to the Walmart in Hartville, Georgia. I'm from the South, if you can't tell from my weird accent. And I saw Demolisher on a shelf, and I just fell in love with him because he was a tank. And that was my first Transformer that wasn't a Beast Wars figure. And to this day, I still can't part with the figure because of that.
He's probably floppy.
He's very floppy.
But, yeah, he's actually a very special figure for Chris. So, I don't have many Armada figures to compare, so I'm just gonna bring in a toy that Chris bought for me that I actually fell in love with. Strong Arm. Let me lift the camera.
Yet another very underrated figure.
Indeed. Here she is, and with her Repo Labels, I have yet to do the Repo Labels video for her. And I might not, because it's something we've seen before.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys ever get the chance and you want to purchase Repo Labels for her, we both highly recommend, because it makes her look like a totally different figure.
It looks so much better than even the Japanese version of the toy.
It really does. I mean, she almost looks like she stepped from the show. Almost.
You can't forget the shadows on her legs.
Yeah, I love that. That's a cool little feature.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised. I thought that was, when I first saw a video of it, I thought that was just shadow from the video.
Yeah, I mean, it was really creative of them to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, alright then. She'd have to be a little smaller to be in scale with him based on the windshield to hatch ratio. But let's get her out of the way.
And you think about Demolisher, he's a giant missile carrier. I mean, he's totally going to dwarf a truck.
Right.
He's a deluxe figure.
Now, he has a gimmick for vehicle mode. Right now, he is technically half an H-Tank because he has a seat in the back. Which we will get into that later.
Which almost makes him look like a wiggy anti-aircraft gun.
Oh, really? I guess so.
Yeah, because you can make Blackout man it.
Yeah, and here's Blackout, and all you need to do to get him into this position is fold out his turrets and fold down the antenna. Then you need to... yeah, let me get the light in there. You see that gray spot? Yeah, that's where you need to stick his head. So just cram it in there. Like so. Be very careful. Press the button. If I can find it. And he shoots out. Not very well. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the Demolisher gave birth to a mini him.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's 50-50 whether or not the launcher actually works, though.
It's very...
finicky.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word. I was trying to control my language.
Yeah, Chris I've given a rule to Chris to keep his language PG-friendly. So, shall we get on to transformation?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. He's got kind of a fun and unique transformation for the time, because a lot of the Armada figures were very simple. And I think the transformation process for Demolisher is actually very creative.
It is very creative.
Especially how the rear tank tread's going to fold into the back of his legs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually very creative. So let's start by transforming Blackout. What you want to do first is pull the basically put him back into the position to get him into the front of Demolisher, and then fold down the wheels. And that's it. That's Blackout.
And if you don't mind me saying, Blackout is a pretty unique minicon among the rest of them. I don't know if y'all are familiar, but the minicons, all of them have kind of a matte finish texture to them. And Blackout, on the other hand, his chest has a really glossy feel to it where it's actually painted. And it almost feels like die-cast, but he's not. And
yeah.
To me, the whole chest design of him looks like a G1 Scrapper.
You know, that works. He's even got the...
He's a really cool-looking minicon.
He is, and his head kind of reminds me of G1 Perceptor a little bit.
He really does look like Perceptor. I never noticed that. He's got the whole visor going on.
He actually, you know why? He looks a bit like IDW Perceptor with the scope eye.
Yeah, I can see that.
They should have made his headmaster look like that.
Awesome.
Alright, let's get down to transformation. What you want to do first is come to the back and unpeg them. And then slide them down like so. Then pull the treads, flip up the feet, and collapse the treads into the legs. And there you have the leg. Let us do the same for the other side. Fold up the foot, collapse the leg, stand him up, rotate his waist, fold up his seat, then pull apart the chest, flip up the head, and straighten out the arms. And there we have Demolisher in robot mode. Is there anything you'd like to say about the robot mode?
Well, he's extremely cartoon accurate for one thing, because, you know, Armada, Superlink, whatever you want to call it, they really paid attention to cartoon accuracy, and it's kind of comical in some ways because a lot of scenes from the show where the robots actually look like the toy a little bit, with the hinges and stuff, but it's really cartoon accurate, and you got to dig his viewfinder that he has on his right eye. When I was a kid, I used to pretend that was like kind of like a targeting system.
Yeah. The funny thing is, his minicon has a targeting system scope thing.
Yeah, well, a lot of the minicons for the main guys, their minicons were kind of based on them a little bit.
Except for Sparkplug.
And, well, Sparkplug totally looks like Bumblebee.
Yeah, Sparkplug is Bumblebee. That is it.
That's Bumblebee. But I mean, a lot of them, you know, they shared the same color scheme as, you know, the Transformer that they're partnered with. You know, for instance, what was his name? Leader 1?
Leader 1 with Megatron, yeah.
Yeah, he had the same color scheme as Megatron.
And Black.
Crumplezone, the minicon for Cyclonus, had his color scheme going on, and he actually became a sort of a faux cockpit for him. Which is
if you didn't like the other one, you got a more helicopter-looking one.
Yeah, and he totally looks like G1 Blitzwing. You know he does.
So let's get the posability of Blackout over with, because he's actually one of the more posable minicons. He has ball-jointed shoulders that, you know, don't really move out that much, but they do move.
He can give you a hug.
He can. He can give you a kick to the balls. And a knee. A pitiful knee, but a knee nonetheless. There you go. Now, let us get on with Demolisher's posability. He has swivel shoulders. He has double-jointed elbows that don't move past 90. He has a waist twist. Let's get the arm out of the way. His legs go forward, back, out, and he can bend at the knee. So he's actually very decently posable for Armada.
Yeah, a lot of the Armada figures were bricks.
The Leader Prime comes to mind.
The Power Master ripoff.
Yes, actually. And the funny thing is, he can actually move his legs better than... He can move his leg forward better than Deluxe can.
I know, it's just really weird.
The one joint the Bendy needed to get right, and he couldn't do it.
He failed.
So, let us get the robot mode size comparison out of the way. And then we'll probably end the review. Here he is next.
Yeah, show off his...
Oh yeah, I gotta show off his other gimmick. Here he is next to Bendy Prime. He's shorter. Then again, this Bendy Prime was sort of had 8 proportions. I wonder why. Maybe it's a primal thing.
Mr. Gary Chalk.
Mr. Gary Chalk, that's right. Now, it's easier to put Blackout in vehicle mode for this gimmick. Or a close approximation thereof. If you fold his arm up, I believe that's how it was in the show, with his arm folded over his shoulder. You plug his Minicon in, and the missiles flip out. I'm going to lose these missiles probably. I'm fully prepared for this. I do have 2 more. If you pull back, they fire. And he has 2 spares in the back, in the other shoulder. They don't fire or anything. They just sit there.
And you can flip both of his arms in that position and make him kind of a weird Gur tank if you want.
Yes, you can. I found a missile, Chris. Here's the other one. I got him.
Just don't let the cat eat him.
I got him, Chris. We put them back, and then I'll probably end the review. How about that?
Sounds good.
Alright, so that was our review of Transformers Armada Supercon Class Demolisher. What would you give this figure in terms of rating?
I give him, despite the fact that I love the figure, I really do, I still give him like a 7.
Out of 10, because...
You know, he's not incredible, but for the time, considering the other figures in his line, he was actually one of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from Wheeljack.
And Bendy Prime.
Yeah.
Bendy Prime is a masterpiece of the Armada line.
He was.
Bendy Prime is just to prove they can make posable figures.
Yeah, it was. I mean, without a buttload of ball joints like RAD had.
Yeah, right? You can't...
Very few people remember that stain on my childhood.
Oh, you don't like RD?
I hated the show.
But you like the toys?
Oh yeah, Sideburns, a lovely little figure.
This has been a fun experience, Chris.
Oh yeah.
You said that we should do this more often.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, you know, obviously we need more practice. I mean,
we're unprofessional as hell.
No, we're not MGO 316 by any means at all. But we try. I mean, we try to show you guys, you know, the basics of the figure and try to make you laugh a little bit. I mean, just have a good time.
And I try.
That's what this channel's about: having a good time and showing you guys these awesome toys that, you know, from our childhood and some recent ones that we pick up that we thoroughly enjoy.
Actually, I figure you might, if you want to send over for me to review, you've actually been telling me how good a figure, Rodimus, whatever the hell his name is.
Which one? Rodimus Unicronus?
Yes.
Yeah, from the Power of the Primes line?
Mm-hmm. Shattered Glass Rodimus.
He's a good figure.
Yeah, you can...
It proves that Hasbro can do leader class figures again.
Hey, Optimus is a damn good figure from that line.
He is.
You hated him.
I have MP10. What the heck do I need him for?
He's a budget MP10.
He is a budget MP10.
You know what we should... Okay, I'm going to end the video here, and then I'm going to talk to you about something important. This was our review of Demolisher. This is TyTyTech and Chris Judelaw on YouTube, signing off. I will put a link to his channel in the description. Go check him out if you watch this video, please. Thanks.